Good afternoon, Tiger fans, and welcome to Tartt Field. West Alabama playing host to Young Harris College in the three-game series. My name's Will Atkinson. I'll be bringing the play-by-play this afternoon. With me this afternoon is Mr. Cameron Wyatt. He's working the magic on the UWA YouTube live stream. West Alabama coming into today's contest 3-10 overall, 2-1 in the Gulf South Conference, won 2 of the 3 over the weekend, last weekend against Mississippi College after defeating Miles College in a midweek matchup last week. So the first victories of the season last week for West Alabama. Like I said, Miles College defeated them 15-13 in a midweek game and then took 2 out of 3 against Mississippi College in the first game of the GSC schedule for this season. Coming up for West Alabama after Young Harris, we got games today and tomorrow. And then next week they will be going to Shorter for their only this third road trip of the year. West Alabama has been very fortunate to have a lot of home games here in the early part of this season. And actually the season overall is going to have a big home schedule. So very favorable for the Tigers. Today marks the third meeting between these two ball clubs, the Mountain Lions of Young Harris and the University of West Alabama. West Alabama played Young Harris the very first time back in 19. They lost 2-1 and 3-1. They've never hosted the Mountain Lions here at Tartt Field, so that'll be a first for these two ball clubs. A lot of West Alabama connections here with the head coach for the Young Harris Mountain Lions, Stephen Wagner. He's in his 5th season, 101 wins, 76 losses as a head coach, but he's a 2004 graduate of the University of West Alabama. He got a degree in business administration, and he played 2 years for the Tigers. He's a native of Madison, Mississippi, so he's definitely no stranger to West Alabama. He actually spent some time as a graduate assistant here in 04 and 05, and so I know it's probably one of those things where coming back to your alma mater's got to be pretty interesting and fun. But like I said, we've got a cool afternoon here in Livingston. High is going to be in the mid to upper 40s. Little breeze here coming across the lake, so that'll make it a little cooler. But we got some folks trickling in already. I see the folks out getting ready to take their spots under their blankets and canopies and homemade tents and whatnot for the little Tiger fans behind the home plate. For those of you not familiar, Young Harris is over in Georgia. That's about 5.5 hour drive, 372 miles according to Google Maps. I'll take their word for it. I've been over there a couple of times. Very pretty part of the country. And I know Coach Rundles and his guys are ready to get kind of wrapped up today and get things underway. On the bump for West Alabama this afternoon is going to be Thomas Booth. He leads the pitching staff with a 3.46 ERA and 13 innings pitched. He's only given up 11 hits and 9 runs. He struck out 23. And we look for great things out of Booth this afternoon. We're just a few minutes away from the first pitch here at Tartt Field. We'll have the exchanging of the lineups here shortly, the national anthem. But West Alabama is going to be decked out in their home white pinstripes today. With the white pinstripes, it's trimmed in red lids, red sleeves, and red socks. Young Harris is going with a similar look. They're going to go with the purple pinstripes, purple uni with a white pinstripe, trimmed in white, purple lid. And it looks like the coaching staff was able to bring his little ones with him. They're decked out in their Mountain Lion gear. I can remember those days with Neely making the road trips and being in the dugout. I know that's a time that those folks will never forget there as they get ready to embark on today's matchup. For the Mountain Lions, Marco Colina will play left field, Logan Worley in center, Rome Wallace in right, Stephen Spell at third, Noah Fitzgerald at shortstop, Kyle Ayers at second base, Ethan Underwood, he'll play first. And behind the plate for the Mountain Lions will be Jackson Jones. His battery mate will be Mason Herbert. He'll take the bump for Young Harris this afternoon. Herbert comes in with a 13 1/3 innings pitched, 6.75 ERA with a 0-1 record. Only his 4th appearance on the early season as the umpires get ready to conduct the home plate meeting. Behind the plate for the umpiring staff today is going to be Matt Birdsong. At first base, Nuncy Rembert. And at third base, it'll be Gary Haas. Coach Gary Rundles coming into today in his 22nd season at the University of West Alabama, sporting a 994 win, 720 loss, and 6 ties. So he's knocking on the door of his 1,000th win. And he's a fantastic coach and a great guy. He's made 6 NCAA appearances here and has been inducted into countless Hall of Fames, including the UWA Athletic Hall of Fame, Greater Chattanooga Area Sports Hall of Fame, and the Tennessee Baseball Coaches Hall of Fame. We're going to take a brief break. When we come back, we'll get ready to get the starting lineups for West Alabama. Welcome back to Tartt Field. Just a couple of minutes away from getting this first game of the 3-game series underway. Once again, I'm Will Atkinson. Joined in the booth working our video magic is going to be Cameron Wyatt as West Alabama gets ready to take the field against the Mountain Lions of Young Harris College. Starters for West Alabama from left to right in the outfield. In left field, number 3, Jacoby Hawthorne. In center field, number 23, Kyle Vogler. In right field, number 15, Josh Bauer. At third base, number 1, Colden Peoples. At shortstop, number 27, Jake Nemeth. At second base, number 10, Houston Kitterman. At first base, number 36, Gavin Rogers. And behind the dish for West Alabama will be number 45, Jake Messina, his battery mate for the afternoon. The right-hander, number 16, Thomas Booth. Booth, 6'8" senior from Fairhope, Alabama, comes into the afternoon with an 0-1 record, a 3.46 ERA. This will be his 5th start. In his 13 innings of work, he's struck out 23, and he's held opponents to a 2.24 batting average. So the big guy is going to take the bump today, and he'll be working with Messina. Behind Messina for the first game will be Matt Birdsong. This is the first time we've seen him this year. Over at first base, calling the first base line, that's going to be Nuncy Rembert. And at third base, that'll be Gary Haas. Got a great afternoon for baseball here in Livingston. It's a cool afternoon, a little overcast, slight breeze blowing out. But it's baseball in February, and if it ain't freezing or raining, we'll take it. Leading off for the Mountain Lions will be the center fielder, Logan Worley. We'll have an opportunity to see him here shortly. West Alabama offensively being led by Josh Bowers. He's hitting .370 on the year. He's got 20 hits and 6 doubles. And we'll go through some of those statistics as we work through the broadcast this afternoon. But leading off for the Mountain Lions will be number 6, Logan Worley. As Booth, he'll work from the windup here with nobody on and nobody out. First pitch is in the dirt. Messina doing a great job of smothering that one. I think it'll be really important for all of our pitchers, it goes without saying, to take command of the strike zone early. As Messina gets the sign from the dugout, Booth through the windup. The 1-0 pitch misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-ball games scheduled for this afternoon, 1 tomorrow, as the Tigers play host to the Mountain Lions of Young Harris College. Booth from the windup, the 2-0 pitch. That one hits the bottom of the strike zone, called strike. Just what you want to see right there after a couple of pitches that were just outside the strike zone. Booth's a big guy. He's listed at 6'8", and still not the tallest guy on our pitching staff. The 2-1 pitch, that's going to be popped up on the infield. Peebles settles under it. For those folks scoring at home, that'll go down as a F5 for the first out of the inning. So one up, one down there.
Baseman, number 11, Kyle Ayers.
And that'll bring up the second baseman, number 11, Kyle Ayers. Ayers, a sophomore from McDonough, Georgia. As he digs in, he's hitting from the right side. Kind of an open stance is Ayers. Booth the windup. Curveball. Missed low. That's one of those pitches that Booth throughout the year, he's been able to throw that one for a strike and get a lot of outs, and that's been part of his success with the 23 strikeouts and just 13 innings pitched. The 1-0 pitch catches the inside corner for a called strike. West Alabama's defense just playing them straight away here on the infield. Shaded slightly to right is Hawthorne and left. Everybody else just straight away. 1-1 the count with nobody on and one out. The 1-1 pitch fouled into the screen. 1-2 the count. For Booth, behind the plate this afternoon for West Alabama, number 45, Jake Messina, the sophomore out of Hammond, Louisiana, as he gets the signs from pitching coach Brock Ward. Booth gives him the nod. He's found one he likes. The 1-2 pitch on the way, curveball. Missed inside. Not a bad pitch. Just got in on him a little bit. 2-2 the count. To Ayers, the right-handed hitting second baseman. Cool afternoon here at Tartt Field. Mid to upper 40s is all that we're going to get. The 2-2 pitch from Booth. Outside corner. Struck him out. He painted the outside corner for the second out of the inning, and Messina fires it down to Gavin Rogers. Set him up great. He was working inside with a curveball, and he froze Ayers up right there on the outside corner, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Ethan Underwood. Underwood, a left-handed batter. Underwood leading the team in average, .350, as he takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a ball. Yeah, Underwood on the season, 40 plate appearances, 14 hits and 10 runs, 3 homers. So got a little pop. 13 RBIs on the young season is the left-hander. The 1-0 pitch. That one's going to be lifted into center field. Giving chase is going to be Hawthorne, and Hawthorne plays it off his glove, and it lands in the warning track. So Underwood will get aboard on the error in left field. Underwood's able to make it all the way over to second. It looked like Hawthorne had a beat on it, was going to make the play right at the warning track and just hit off his glove and rattles around, but they're able to get it in. So a 2-out error for West Alabama. We'll put a runner at second base, and that'll bring up the shortstop for the Mountain Lions. Number 13, Noah Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, right-handed hitter. .333 on the year with 3 doubles. Booth's going to work from the stretch with a runner on, and he sets at the chest. Gives him a look at second. First pitch, lined into center field, and that one's going to get down and score a run. So it'll be a single up the middle. Vogler is able to get it in and hold him to first. But after the error, an RBI single. RBI single right there for Fitzgerald for the first run of the game. Jackson Jones will step in. He wears number 28. He's doing the catching for the Mountain Lions this afternoon. Left-handed hitter. Jones on the year, a .262 hitter, 3 doubles, 10 RBIs. On base about .311, so he's not just burning it up, but he's a guy that's going to give you a little bit of trouble. Booth throws to first. And Fitzgerald's going to be back in time. 1-0 your score in favor of the Mountain Lions. 2 outs and 1 aboard here in the top of the first. Booth leans in. He gets the sign he likes. Sets at the chest. That ball is going to be swung and lifted toward the dugout. And that one's going to find the foul territory outside the confines of Tartt Field. 0-1 the count to the left-handed hitting catcher, Jackson Jones. Would be easier if I could just call him JJ. I'll marinate on that one a little bit and see how we want to go. 0-1 the count with 1 aboard and 2 outs. Booth sets at the chest, snap throw to first. And Fitzgerald to get back in time. He doesn't have a big lead at all. But they've definitely got their mind on Fitzgerald. He's 3 for 3 on stolen bases this year, so I guess they want to make sure he keeps him honest. Jones at the plate with the 0-1 pitch. Booth delivers. Misses high. Evens the count at 1. 1-1 the count as Messina looks in to Coach Brock Ward. He gets the pitching call there. Booth, an imposing pitcher at 6'8". He leans in. I'm telling you, when Booth lets go of it, it looks like he's about a third of the way to the plate already. So one of those guys that he can run it up there, and it's going to get on you in a hurry. Booth, throw to first. Got to do that one. Threw that one to the wrong side of the bag, and it happens. But a good job right there by Rogers to dig it out and get it back. 1 aboard, 2 outs here in the top of the first. 1-0 your score. The Mountain Lions on top as Booth gets the sign he likes and sets at the chest. The 1-1 pitch inside, and that one's going to get away from Messina. And that means Fitzgerald's going to be able to go up 90 feet. So pass ball right there for Messina as that one just got away from him. Inside the left-handed hitter, Messina just couldn't get over there and get that one. So some miscues here in the second half of this first inning. 2 quick outs. It was a fly ball to third and a strikeout look and then an error and a single put the run across for the Mountain Lions, and that's where we're at, 1-0. Booth checks on Fitzgerald at second. Slide step to the plate, the 2-1. That one's going to be lifted into left. On his horse is going to be Hawthorne. It's going to be a long run for Hawthorne. Is he there? And he dropped it. Hawthorne had a long run. He came across 2 counties and just misplayed it right there in foul territory. But fortunate for the Tigers that one did fall foul, as when he touched it, he was standing in foul territory. But that's going to even the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second with 2 outs. And I know Hawthorne would love to have that one back because that one gets you out of the inning. But Booth's going to have to come to the plate at least one more time here as Jones steps in. Jones, the catcher, hitting left-handed. The 2-2 inside. That one's going to be laced into center for a base hit. They're going to try to score, mishandled by Vogler, and another run's going to cross the plate. So Jones will get aboard with a single up the middle.
Now batting the right fielder, number 16, Rome Wallace.
For the second run of the inning. Vogler was going to come up throwing it. It looked like they may have slowed down Fitzgerald. And then with the bobble, he continues to go. So second run of the inning for the Mountain Lions. And back-to-back hits as well. That'll bring up the right fielder, Rome Wallace. Right-handed hitting Mountain Lion here. 6-hole spot as Booth sets at the chest to deliver the first pitch to Wallace. Called strike. Miscues here early has put West Alabama in a bind. As you hear fans here with a little encouragement. Let's get out of this one. 2-0 to score. 0-1 the count to Wallace. The 0-1 pitch, curveball in the dirt. Messina blocks it up. That'll even the count at 1. 1-1 the count to Rome Wallace. Wallace, a junior from Beaufort, South Carolina. Transferred from Spartanburg Methodist College. As he awaits the 1-1 pitch from Booth. Booth settles in. Slide step, curveball. That one got away from him. 2 balls and a strike. twice this afternoon. Booth's come across with a curveball and slings the lid off. So 2-1 count to the Mountain Lions right fielder. Thomas Booth on the bump for West Alabama. Jake Messina behind the dish. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. Booth just threw that one by him. He just reached back right there and said, look, my best against your best, and Booth was able to put it by him. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 aboard here. 2-0 your score. West Alabama trails here in the top of the first. Booth leans in, shakes off Messina. Now they got one they like. The 2-2 pitch. That one's going to miss low. That'll run the count full. Full count with 2 out and 1 aboard. That means Jones will have a head start. He'll be moving with a pitch. Ground ball could get him out of the inning right here. Booth sets at the chest. Big deep breath. The 3-2. Fouled off. That'll find the screen. We'll reset and do it again. Inning started off with a pop-up fly out to third base, a strikeout looking, and then an error in the left, followed by a single, scored the first run, and then another single by the catcher drove in the second run. 2-0 your score as Booth looks in. He gets the sign he likes. 3-2 pitch on the runner goes. That one's going to miss high. So a 2-out walk. And that'll put runners at first and second here. And that'll bring up number 25, Aaron Copeland.
The designated hitter, number 25, Aaron Copeland.
Copeland doing the DHing today. Listed as a 5'11", 200-pound sophomore from Mountville, South Carolina. As he digs in. Copeland hitting .050 this year in 20 at-bats. This is a guy you got to get out right here. First pitch to Copeland. In the dirt, Messina blocks it up. Everybody stays put. 2 out and 2 aboard. Here in the top of the first. Copeland, the 7th batter to step to the plate here in this top of the first inning. Booth checks on the man at second. Slide step to the plate. The 1-0 pitch catches the inside corner. It's a good pitch right there by Booth. Not really going to get hurt when you can paint the inside corner at the knee. As Booth and Messina, they have seemed to be on the same page for the most part here in the early goings. 2 out, 2 aboard. The 1-1 pitch to Copeland. Long look for Booth. Swung on and missed. 1-2 the count. Copeland, as I mentioned, 20 at-bats on the year. Struck out 7 times. He's only recorded the 1 hit in the 20 at-bats. See if we can continue that trend right here as Booth leans in and gets the sign from Messina. Checks on the runner at second base. That's Jones. The 1-2 pitch from Booth. Catches the outside corner. No. They said it's just outside. Messina confirms. That was close. That was about a ball off the corner. It's a good pitch, 1-2, though. That'll even the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out and 2 aboard. Here in the top of the first inning. Booth shakes him off. Long look gives him the nod. He's got one he likes. Now the batter wants time. So Copeland says, Mr. Birdsong, I'd like to get a break right here. He's granted. 2 out and 2 aboard. Top of the first inning. West Alabama trailing 2-0. Thomas Booth on the bump. His battery mate Jake Messina sets up, awaits the 2-2 pitch. On the way. That one's going to be lifted into right field. Josh Bauer on his horse. He's going to get to the line. Taps the side, and he makes the catch. F9. 2 runs on 2 hits and an error. and they strand 2 as we go to the bottom of the first inning. West Alabama trailing 2-0 here on. Welcome back to Tartt Field. West Alabama playing host to the Mountain Lions of Young Harris College. First game of the 3-game series. As we get ready to go to the bottom of the first inning, West Alabama trailing 2-0 here as the Mountain Lions were able to put 2 runs on the board after a couple hits and a couple miscues. West Alabama comes into today's contest winning 2 of the last 3 ball games. And their leadoff man, Kyle Vogler, has reached base safely in his last 6 games. We'd love to see that continue here in the bottom of the first inning. Vogler hitting .316 here through the first 13 games of the season as he gets ready to go to work against the right-hander Mason Herbert. Herbert listed at 6'3", sophomore from Canton, North Carolina. He'll be working with the catcher Jackson Jones as Vogler awaits the first pitch. That one's going to miss high as Matt Birdsong, the home plate umpire, thought that one was a little tall. I agree with him. Herbert from the windup. The 1-0 pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike to even the count. On deck for West Alabama, number 27, Jake Nemeth. Shortstop for West Alabama. The 1-1 pitch to Vogler swung on and missed as Herbert has got himself ahead in the count. Herbert's 4th appearance of the year, .675 ERA in 13 innings pitched. The 1-2 pitch to Vogler. Misses outside to even the count. 2-2 the count. To Vogler, the sophomore out of Freeport, Florida. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Fouled off. The catcher couldn't hold on to it. So Vogler will get an opportunity to do it again. Catcher right there a little frustrated that he wasn't able to keep the handle on it. I know Kyle appreciates the extra opportunity. The 2-2 pitch. That one's going to be lifted to the right side. That's going to converge right in there behind second base. And Kyle Ayers, he'll catch that one about 15, 20 feet into the outfield. So very shallow right, but it'll go down in the book as an F4. And that'll bring up Jake Nemeth. Nemeth for the Tigers. He's reached safely in all 13 games so far this season and is sporting a .309 batting average as he takes the first offering from Herbert for a ball. So 1-0 the count to the Tiger shortstop. The 1-0 pitch, check swing. Didn't go. So Nemeth ahead in the count 2-0 here with nobody aboard and 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Herbert all the way over to the first base side of the pitching rubber. He takes the sign standing straight up as he works from the windup. The 1-1 pitch will miss low. And Jones will just get it back to him. 3-0 the count. Scoreboard's a little bit behind right here as the umpire's trying to get their attention. The 3-0 pitch catches the inside corner for a called strike. 3-1 the count to the right-handing hitting Nemeth. Infield straightaway here with nobody on and 1 out. The 3-1's going to be a little chopper. Nemeth's on his horse. Going to be bang-bang at first base, and he beats it. A little nubber right there. Herbert has to come off the mound. He fires strong across the diamond, but not in time, as Nemeth will be on board with a single. So reached base safely, 14 out of 14 games so far. And that'll bring up the Tiger designated hitter, Braden Lyman, 6'2", graduate student. Land O'Lakes, Florida. Lyman had a fantastic breakout week last week. Was named the Jacks Player of the Week as he laces that one through the right side. That'll be a single for Lyman. Nemeth will go up. So back-to-back hits for the Tigers. As that'll bring up the Tiger first baseman, Gavin Rogers. He's sporting a 6-game hitting streak right now. Was able to drive one out of the ballpark last weekend. 344 hitter. He's got 11 hits on the season. He's left the yard twice and driven in 9. He's got a runner in scoring position here with 2 aboard and 1 out in the bottom of the first. West Alabama trailing by 2 as Herbert will work from the stretch. That one's going to miss in the dirt. Jones does a pretty good job of getting over into the left-handed batter's box to keep that one in front. 1-0 the count to Gavin Rogers, the right-handed hitting first baseman for the Tigers. Herbert sets at the chin, checks on second and delivers. Swing and a miss for Gavin. That'll even the count at 1. 2 aboard, 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. West Alabama playing host to the Mountain Lions of Young Harris College. The 1-1 pitch to Rogers. That one's going to be hit sharply into center field. Line drive out right to the center fielder. That's Logan Worley. He hit it on the screws, but Worley was right there as he gets the line out to 8 for the second out of the inning. Runners not able to do anything right there other than retreat. So 2 out and 2 aboard. That'll bring up the Tiger backstop, Jake Messina. Messina on the year, hitting .360 in his 25 at-bats, 9 hits, 4 doubles. He's driven in 9, and he's sporting a on base of .448, so he gets on almost half the time. Love to see that continue here as he steps in to go to work against Herbert. Messina takes the first offering on the outside corner for a called strike. 0-1 the count. 2 aboard. 2 out. West Alabama trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Herbert gets the sign he likes from Jones. Slide step and delivers. That one's going to miss low. Mountain Lions, as I mentioned, the purple uni with white pinstripes, trimmed in white, white belt, white shoes. The front panel on the cap is white. The back 2 panels are purple. The 1-1 to Messina. That one catches the bottom of the strike zone for a called strike. 1-2 the count. As West Alabama's got 2 aboard here in the bottom of the first inning. Messina, a right-handed hitter. He digs in. Herbert sets its chin. Checks on him at second, slide step. Foul to the screen. Lyman's aboard at first. Nemeth aboard at second. A base hit will score 1 for West Alabama. You find the right spot, and Lyman might be able to go all the way around. 100% Nemeth will be on his horse. Messina in the back of the box. He settles in. The 1-2 pitch. That one misses outside. It was close. The Mountain Lion fans wanted it. Matt Birdsong, the home plate umpire, said that's outside. It's a tough one to take with 2 strikes, but that one pays off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 aboard here in the bottom of the first inning as Jake Messina awaits the 2-2 pitch. That one caught the outside corner, struck him out looking. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and the Tigers strand 2 as we get ready to go to the top of the second. Welcome back to Tartt Field. 2-0 your scores. West Alabama trails the Mountain Lions here as we get ready to go to the top of the second inning. Lots going on in and around the university today. West Alabama playing host to Young Harrison baseball. West Alabama softball team playing host to Columbus State. They are at Columbus State. And the basketball teams are going to be hosting Mississippi College as Stephen Spell takes the first one in the dirt for a ball. Thomas Booth on the bump for West Alabama. The 1-0 pitch catches the inside corner. I don't know what's going on with Booth, but he can't keep that lid on. Spell, the third baseman for the Mountain Lions, right-handed hitter. The 1-1 pitch. That one is lined toward third, and Peoples stabs it. Jumps and catches the liner. L5 right there for the first out of the inning as Spell squared it up, but Peoples was able to pull that one down, and that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Marco Colina, the left fielder for the Mountain Lions. He wears number 41, freshman from Dalton, Georgia. As Booth goes from the windup. That one will be a called strike. 0-1 the count. Booth shakes him off. Now he's got one he likes. The 0-1. Misses inside. 1-1 the count. Infield straightaway with one out here. In the top of the second inning. Curveball. Called strike. I've got a ball and 2 strikes. Scoreboard says something different, but hey, there we go. 1-2 the count. To Colina. As Booth works from the windup, the 1-2 pitch. Fouled straight back. Colina geared up for that one. 6'5", 220-pound freshman from Dalton, Georgia. Playing left field for the Mountain Lions this afternoon. Thomas Booth on the bump for West Alabama. Fans still continuing to come in for a Saturday afternoon doubleheader. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Messina blocks it up. That's a great job right there by Messina. Both the catchers that I've seen work this year for West Alabama, Messina and Thibodeau, do a pretty darn good job handling this pitching staff and allowing them to, make those pitches where they're not afraid that it's going to go to the backstop. The 1-2 pitch misses. Evens the count at 2. Especially when you got a curveball pitcher, you want to be able to throw at any point in time, and he just got a lot of confidence in the catcher that he's going to block it up. So 3-2 the count to Colina. And he's going to send that one toward the lake. Matt Birdsong, the home plate umpire, motioning to the dugout. He would like 3 baseballs. And somebody will end up making that happen for him. Booth gives him the nod, the windup, the 3-2 pitch. That one's going to be lifted toward the right side. Gavin Rogers on the move, but he's going to run out of real estate as Gavin got all the way to the block wall there and just ran out of real estate. That one will fall foul into the parking lot. Three-two the count to Colina. Nobody aboard. No outs here as Booth delivers. Hot shot to Kitterman. Kitterman sees it in. Throws it across the diamond, so that'll be a 4-3 for the second out of the inning. Going to change gears here. 4-3 for Colina. And that'll bring us back to the top of the stack. Logan Worley. Worley takes the first one on the outside corner. Just outside, that is. And Booth once again loses the lid. The 1-0 pitch to Worley. That one's going to miss high, and that one got away from Molina. You know what? They just got rid of that one. He just said straight up, no more strikes left in that one. I don't want it back. So we're done with that one for the afternoon. 2-0 the count to Worley. That one's going to be a called strike right down Broadway. It's a good pitch right there by Booth. Nobody out. 2 out here in the top of the second inning. The 2-1 pitch misses inside. Maybe the thing that we should do is just tell you when Booth's hat doesn't come off. As if we were keeping a tally, I think we'd be up to 6 so far of it's off. The 3-1 pitch catches the outside corner, struck him out. Strikeout looking right there for Logan Worley. That's what I get for following the scoreboard. But we can still do that. We got the opportunity right here as Booth goes from the windup. Missed it. Walked him. I got all out of sorts when somebody wanted to borrow my score page. My apologies. Inning started off with Spell lining to third base, and then Molina grounded out to second for the second out of the inning. Worley collects the walk, and that'll bring up Ayers. Ayers struck out looking in the first as runner goes. Messina snap throw to second, bang, bang at second. Got him! Great job right there by Jake Messina as he cuts down the would-be base stealer for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and they strand none as we go to the bottom of the second inning here. Tigers trail 2-0 on. Welcome back to Tartt Field. Jake Bauer, he's going to lead off the bottom of the second inning as West Alabama trails 2-0 here after an inning and a half of play. In the last half inning, Jake Messina was able to cut down the would-be base stealer. Love to see that as Bauer steps in and takes the first one on the outside corner for a called strike. Bauer, 6 multi-hit games this year for the left-hander as he awaits the 0-1. That one's going to miss high and outside to even the count. Bauer, a .370 hitter. 6 doubles, 9 RBIs. And he's even worked in a stolen base this year. The 1-1 count to Bauer is going to miss low. Bauer, 6'1", junior from Headland, Alabama. Transferred from Coastal Alabama Community College. The 2-1 pitch to Bauer. This is outside, and I don't know what's going on, but they breathed a little life in the Tiger dugout. A lot of cheers and jeers over there right now as Bauer's ahead in the count, 3-1. Would love to start off this second inning with a base runner. The 3-1 pitch catches the bottom of the strike zone for a called strike. No panic on the face of Bauer as he just steps right back in. He's right on top of the dish. The 3-2 pitch. That one's going to be hit fair just inside the left field line, and he's going to be looking for 2 all the way in there with a double. Josh Bauer had a little masse swing right there as it loops just over the third base bag, hits and hits fair, goes foul, and out of the box. Bauer was thinking double all the way as he's able to hustle in for a double down the line. Puts a runner in scoring position here to start off the bottom of this second inning. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Jacoby Hawthorne, right-hander. Hawthorne, a senior out of Bruton, Alabama, getting the start in left today. He's actually played quite a bit in the last few games. Hawthorne hitting .259. 27 at-bats, 7 hits, 4 RBIs. He's got a runner in scoring position here as he awaits the offering from Herbert. Herbert with a high leg kick, and that one's going to miss outside. I don't know if that was some sort of diversionary tactic right there, or Herbert or whatever, but pretty animated right there with the normal slide step. He didn't just slide step, he had a big leg kick there. As he leans in and gets the side he likes, he sets at the chest and peeks on Bauer. That one had a little wrinkle in it and missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. To the right-handed hitting Hawthorne. Hawthorne hitting in the 7th spot today for the Tigers and playing left field. Herbert looks in, gets the sign he likes from Jones, sets and checks on Bauer. The 2-0 pitch. That one is laced toward the Tiger dugout. And Houston Kitterman almost took that one in the shin. But he didn't, fortunately. So Kitterman's on deck for West Alabama at the plate. Number 3, Jacoby Hawthorne. He's ahead in the count 2-1. And awaits the 2-1 offering there from Herbert. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. Jacoby just swung right over that one. Well, here's the weakness for me right now. They finally fired up the grill in right center, and it's starting to really smell pretty tasty. I'm hoping that somebody's going to bring us some food here before too long. Beauty of being here at Tartt Field, a lot of fan freedoms there, and firing up the grill is one of them. The 2-2 pitch to Hawthorne. Curveball swung on and struck him out. First out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate number 10, Houston Kitterman. Houston comes in with 10 hits, 4 of those being doubles he's driven into. Bauer is aboard at second base after the leadoff double. 2-0 your score as the Mountain Lions struck first in the first inning. 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors for the Mountain Lions. No runs on 2 hits and 2 errors so far for West Alabama as the second baseman steps in. Kitterman, the right-hander. The first pitch to Kitterman misses outside, and that one's going to get away from Jones. Bauer is going to be able to just cruise into third base as the pass ball will put Bauer 90 feet away. Bauer didn't get a great read initially, but he was able to jog into third there after the pass ball. He exchanges a laugh or a smile there with a third baseman. And it looks like the Mountain Lions are going to change their defensive alignment, but they're going to bring everybody in on the cut of the grass. They want to try to cut down Bauer if possible, which if Kitterman can square one up and get it through the infield, an easy run will score as he awaits the 1-0 pitch from Herbert. Herbert sets and delivers. That one's in the dirt and blocked up by Jones. That was about a 57-footer right there as that one hit well in front of the plate. Jones doing a good job of blocking it up. Kitterman ahead in the count with a drawn-in infield. Trailing 2-0 here with 1 aboard and 1 out. That one's going to be hit sharply into right field. Giving chase is going to be Wallace Rome. Tagging is going to be Bauer at third. Rome's going to come up throwing, but Bauer, he'll cross the plate. Sack fly for Kitterman. It'll go down to a F8 sack fly for the second out of the inning. So a run. And that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter for West Alabama, Colden Peoples. Peoples, the left-handed hitting third baseman. 9 hits on the year for the left-hander. 2-1 your score, West Alabama trailing. As Peoples takes the first one inside for a ball. Now, Peoples is no stranger to wearing it as he swings through the 1-0. Peoples leads the team in hit by pitch. He's been hit 5 times, as has Nemeth, so I guess they're tied there. But among the team leaders in hit by pitch, so he's not afraid to take one in the leg there. He had the elbow there as he takes the 1-1 pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. A ball and 2 strikes to the Tiger third baseman. Nobody aboard and 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be lifted into right field. Not having to give much chase right there is going to be Rome Wallace as he's going to record the out in right. So, 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and none left on. After 2 complete, 2-1 your score. West Alabama trailing on the UWA. Welcome back to Tartt Field. I'm Will Atkinson here, bringing the play-by-play. My man Cameron White making the YouTube magic happen here as we get ready to go to the top of the 3rd inning. West Alabama trailing 2-1. Thomas Booth on the bump for West Alabama. Leading off the top of the 3rd. That's going to be the second baseman, Kyle Ayers, as he takes the first one high for a ball. The 1-0 pitch to Ayers. That one just misses the outside corner. As Messina confirms with the questions from the dugout. 2-0 count to Ayers. Struck out looking back in the first. That one's a called strike. I've never seen a pitcher lose his lid more than I've seen Thomas Booth lose the lid today. The 2-1 pitch to Ayers. That one's going to be hit sharply to the right side. Bauer's going to have to go over there. Booth covering, awkwardly hits first. As he's going to call him out. 3-1.
The shortstop, number 13, Noah Fitzgerald. Nope. Number 36, Ethan Underwood.
The ball was hit to Gavin Rogers there on the right side. And Booth was covering. Easy flip for Rogers. And Booth catches the first base bag awkwardly, and gravity takes a hold at that point. Brings him to the earth for the first out of the inning. The guys in the bullpen like to give him a little ribbon over it once they realized he was okay. The lidless Booth catches the inside corner for a called strike. After tripping over the first base bag to record the 3-1 out there for the first inning. The 0-1 pitch. Changed speed on him. And Underwood just swung right over it. Booth ahead in the count here, 0-2. 2-1 to score with West Alabama trailing. The 0-2 pitch. That's high and inside. It's a good spot to miss, 0-2. 1-2 the count. To Underwood. Booth doesn't like that one. Shakes him off. Now he's got one he likes. From the windup, the 1-2 pitch to Underwood. That one misses inside. He brushes him back just a little bit. That's about a ball and a half in there. keeps him honest, and Underwood's decided that he's just going to go right back to standing on top of the dish with that back foot. Slightly open stance as the left-hander, as he awaits the 2-2 pitch here with no aboard and one out. The wind-up from Booth. That one's in the dirt and blocked up by Messina. Good job right there by number 45. But that'll run the count full to the Mountain Lions first baseman. He got on by an error in the first and scored. First run of the game for the Mountain Lions. 3-2 pitch here for the left-hander. Booth from the windup. Just missed the bottom part of the strike zone. Booth wanted it. Tiger dugout wanted it.
Batting the shortstop, number 13, Noah Fitzgerald.
But that'll be a walk. And that'll bring up Noah Fitzgerald. Tigers have been plagued with the free pass throughout this early part of the season. In just the 13 games that we've played, they've already walked 88 folks and hit 17 more. So they're about 8 free passes per game, and that'll put a little strain on your defense as the first pitch to Fitzgerald misses high. 1-0 the count with one aboard and one out. Here in the top of the third inning, West Alabama trailing 2-1. Booth's going to set there at the chest. Takes a deep breath. The 1-0 pitch misses high. Noah Fitzgerald at the plate. Shortstop from Canton, Georgia. Young man transferred from the University of South Alabama to play for the Mountain Lions. Booth checks on him at first. Snap throw. Back easily. Underwood, not much of a lead over there at first, so he was able to get in there pretty easily. Underwood 5 for 5 on stolen bases this year, so he has shown that he can run a little bit. The 2-0 pitch will be fouled into the screen. That one will catch the top portion of the netting here behind home plate. 2-1 the count. Home plate umpire Matt Birdsong reminding us of that. 2-1 your score. 2 balls and a strike. With one aboard here and one out in the top of the third. Booth throws to first. Underwood's back. Not an aggressive lead over there is Underwood. He's just he's kind of hanging out, pretty standard lead. But Booth's definitely keeping an eye on him as Gavin Rogers holds him on. Infield at double play depth here for the Tigers. Outfield straight away. Booth's going to go back to first again. Really got his mind on Underwood over there. Fitzgerald at the plate with a 2-1 count. Right-handed hitting Fitzgerald. He singled back in the first and scored a second run for the Mountain Lions. The 2-1 pitch. Runner fakes like he's going to go. Snap throw from Messina. He's safe. Underwood gave a couple hard steps to kind of possibly draw one of the middle infielders from their spot, opening up an infield hole there, but they held their spot. That one misses tall. And then Messina is able to throw behind the runner, and he beats the throw. 3-1 the count with a big lead here. At first is Underwood. Shuffle and a slide step, and that one's going to miss outside as Fitzgerald's going to draw the walk. So back-to-back walks
Now batting
issued by Booth. And that'll bring up Jackson Jones, the Mountain Lions catcher. It looks like pitching coach Brock Ward wants to talk about it a little bit. He'll go out and visit a little bit with his right-hander Booth and Messina. Give us an opportunity to talk about what's going on around the university this weekend. Like I said, West Alabama softball, they're playing at Columbus State. They look to be in the bottom of the 6th inning, winning that ball game 5-3 over the Cougars of Columbus State. West Alabama women's tennis, they're taking part in the ITA Division II Women's National Team Indoor Championships in Edmond, Oklahoma. They defeated West Florida this morning, was headed to the semifinals this afternoon. Men's and women's basketball on campus today. Women's basketball 15-11 overall this year, 9-9 in the league. They're currently in 6th place with an opportunity to advance into the conference tournament. They're hosting Mississippi College for the last regular season game today, as are the men. The men, they're white hot, 22-5 on the year, 15-4. They're tied for first in the league with Union University, and they'll have an opportunity to host one of the first-round matchups there of the GSC tournament. Coach Brock Ward, he's said all he's got to say. He gives him a little pat and says, "Let's go to work right here, my friend." As the left-handed hitting Jones steps in with 1 out and 2 aboard. Jones, the catcher for the Mountain Lions. As Booth checks on him at second. That one's going to be swung on, and that one's going to get wet, folks. That one will find the lake. Jones back in the first, singled up the middle into center, drove in a run. 2-1 the score. West Alabama trailing the Mountain Lions. Young Harris was able to strike first. They scored 2 in the first, but West Alabama answered with 1 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And here we are with 2 aboard, top of the 3rd. The 0-1 pitch will be blocked up right there by Messina, who does a great job of keeping it in front and keeping the base runners at their respective bases. Chilly afternoon here in Livingston. See some young Tiger fans with their ball gloves out beyond the confines of the outfield fence playing a little catch. Probably wishing that one day they'll be able to don the red and white. The 1-1 pitch, curveball, called for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes to Jackson Jones, the young Harris catcher. Ground ball would get us out of it. Double play depth right here for the infield. If Booth could induce this little ground ball, the Tiger Bats could come alive here in the bottom of the 3rd. The 1-2 pitch, a little chopper to first. Gavin's only got 1 play, and he'll take the easy one. 3 unassisted for the Tiger first baseman for the 2nd out of the inning. Fitzgerald will move up to 2nd, and Underwood will move up 90 feet to 3rd. So runners at 2nd and 3rd for young Harris, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Rome Wallace. Rome walked back in the 1st inning. Comes into the series hitting .273. Wallace, the right-handed hitting right fielder. 2-1 your score with 2 aboard and 2 outs. Booth with a curveball. That one missed high. That one just come out of his hand. You could see right out of the hand. It just that one didn't do what he wanted. Outfield shaded to the right here against Wallace. Infield, for the most part, just playing back, going to knock it down, try to make a play across the infield to get out of it. 1-0 the count to Wallace as Booth delivers. That one's going to miss low. Underwood aboard at 3rd after the walk, and Fitzgerald at 2nd after a walk. The inning started off with an awkward play. Booth covering first base and sandwiched in 2 walks, then a 3 unassisted. The 2-0 count. That one's in the dirt, blocked up by Messina. Great job right there by Jake. as he's just rolled his sleeves up and says, I'm going to go to work. You throw what you got to throw, and I'll block it up. The sophomore from Hammond, Louisiana, doing a great job right there. 3-0 the count. Jerome Wallace. Booth nods. He finds one he likes. Sets to chest, the 3-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner for a called strike. Can hear Kitterman from here. Give me another one, Booth. We'll echo that one. This infield right here is just like, look, man, you give us a ground ball, we'll make a play for you. Booth gets the sign he likes. Comes set. Deep breath. The 3-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner. Called strike. Nice job right there by Booth. Messina had that one right on the outside corner. He made it look pretty good as well. A lot of folks bundled up on a cool Saturday afternoon for baseball. Booth leans in, takes a long look. He and Messina, they seem to be on the same page. But Wallace wants to think about it a little bit. He steps out, calls time. 3-2 the count. To the Mountain Lions right fielder. The 3-2 pitch. Curveball in the dirt. He walked him. Third walk of the inning. And that'll load the bases. We'll bring up the Mountain Lions DH. Aaron Copeland. Copeland flew out to right. Came into today. 1 hit and 20 at-bats. Hitting 0-5-0. Now is not the time to break that streak. Infield playing back. They just want to knock it down, take the easy play here. With 2 outs. Bases loaded. West Alabama trailing by a score of 2-1. First pitch to Copeland misses low. A ball and no strikes. Booth came in 3.46 ERA, 13 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts. Held opponents to 2.24 batting average. As he gets ready to deliver the 1-0 pitch. The 1-0, that one catches the bottom of the strike zone, called strike. 1-1 the count to Aaron Copeland. 2-1 your score. Two runs, 2 hits, no errors for Young Harris. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for West Alabama. Booth looks in. He gets the sign he likes. Sets it to chest. The 1-1. That one's in the dirt, and a great job right there by Messina because that hit a good 3 to 4 feet right in front of the plate. And Messina was able to block that one up. Those that hit that far out in front of the plate are really tough to handle at times, but he was able to keep it in front, funneled it back toward the plate, and give Booth an opportunity to go to work here with a 2-1 count. The 2-1. Caught the outside corner, called strike. Nice pitch right there by Booth as he just paints the outside corner there. For a called strike, even the count. Bases loaded. 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. West Alabama trailing 2-1. The 2-2 pitch to Copeland on the way. Struck him out. Good job right there by Booth as he walked 3 in the inning. So no runs on no hits. No errors, and they strand 3 as we get ready to go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Welcome back to Tartt Field. Bottom of the 3rd inning. West Alabama trailing Young Harris by a score of 2-1. Leading off here in the bottom of the 3rd will be the Tiger leadoff man, Kyle Vogler. Howell popped up to second base. In the first inning, swung on the first pitch. That one's going to be lifted into left field. That one, get legs, ball, get legs, off the fence. And that'll be a stand-up double for Vogler. Off the bat, he hit it on the screws. And it just kept carrying over the head of Marco Colina, the left fielder, as Vogler drives one off the left field wall for a double. So second inning in a row where West Alabama's led off with a double. And that'll bring to the plate Jake Nemeth. Nemeth got an infield hit in the first inning, but wasn't able to score. He's reached base safely in every game played this year so far. No out and one aboard for West Alabama as Nemeth swings at the first pitch, and he's going to chop that one foul. There on the left side. Vogler aboard at second after the double. He scored 8 runs on the year. We'd love to make it 9. As Jake Nemeth awaits the 0-1 pitch there from Herbert. As Herbert checks on Vogler and works to the plate. Nemo's going to lift that one into the center field, and Vogler's going to be tagging, trying to go second to third. It's going to be a strong throw from Logan Worley, but not in time, as Nemo will fly out F8 for the first out of the inning. And Vogler will go up 90 feet on the deep fly ball. And that'll bring to the plate Braden Lyman. Singled in the first. And he's no stranger to multi-hit games. 6 multi-hit games for Lyman this year. The left-handed hitting DH. Infield drawn in here for Young Harris with 1 out and 1 aboard. First pitch to Braden. Swung on and missed. He didn't get cheated there. He takes a big hack and falls behind in the count 0-1. Runner at third. That's Vogler. 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. West Alabama trailing 2-1. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. Out of the hand, you just knew that one wasn't going to be close. As Herbert misses outside. Herbert, a sophomore from Canton, North Carolina. As he leans in, he gets the sign from Jones. Infield drawn in for Lyman. The pitch. That's going to be hit to the right side. And Ayers is going to have no problem getting that one. It was hit right to him. He gave Vogler a look, but had him frozen. So Lyman will be retired 4-3 for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate Gavin Rogers. Gavin lined out to the center fielder. He hit it on the screws in there in the first inning. But it was right to Logan Worley. So a leadoff double by Vogler. A long fly ball. He was able to advance to third as Rogers takes the first offering from Herbert for a called strike. 0-1 the count. 2 out, 1 aboard. West Alabama trailing 2-1 here. So far they've out-hit the Mountain Lions 4-2, but only got 1 run to show for it. The 0-1 pitch. That one's going to miss low. Gavin Rogers with the team lead for home runs with 2. He's driven in 9. As he awaits the 1-1 with Vogler just 90 feet away. That one will be in the other batter's box. Jackson Jones had to do a little extra effort to be able to get in front of that one, as that was not close. Rogers ahead in the count, 2-1. Vogler at third. The 2-1 pitch. Missed inside. Way inside. That almost caught Gavin right there on the left leg. And that'll push the count to 3-1. Good hitter's count right here for Gavin Rogers. The 3-1 pitch to Rogers. It's going to be hit sharply up the middle. And I don't think that Fitzgerald's going to be able to get there. Fitzgerald lays out. And Gavin shoots one up the middle for an RBI single. Nice job right there. Second hit of the inning for West Alabama. As Vogler is able to come in and score, and that knots the score up at 2.
Number 45, Jacob Messina.
Yeah, a little dribbler up the middle. And Noah Fitzgerald dove for it. But nothing doing there as West Alabama records the second hit of the inning, fifth of the afternoon. And that'll bring up Jake Messina, the Tiger catcher, right-handed hitting catcher. Swings at the first pitch. And that'll be a strike. He falls behind in the count 0-1. Tie ball game here for West Alabama as they play host to the Mountain Lions of Young Harris. First time Young Harris has ever been to Tartt Field. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Looks like we're getting a little bit of PA of what's going on in the press box. The fans are getting to hear about looking for their pens and pencils. Kind of an interesting occurrence. The 0-2 pitch. That one's going to be fouled off. Messina fouls that one to the screen. Gavin Rogers aboard at first. West Alabama all knotted up here at 2 in the bottom of the third inning. Messina at the plate. He calls time, and it's granted. Matt Birdsong, the plate umpire, says, look, let's play ball, boys. 2 out here in the bottom of the third. Messina waits the pitch. Swung on, struck him out. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and the Tigers strand 1. After 3 complete, 2-2 your score. Welcome back to Tartt Field as we get ready to head to the top of the 4th inning. That'll bring to the plate for the Mountain Lions the third baseman, number 37, Stephen Spell. He lined out to Peoples back in the second as Thomas Booth comes out for his 4th inning of work here as the Tiger starter. First offering to Spell. Misses low for a ball. Booth takes a big lean back. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. Spell, a junior from Cartersville, Georgia. 6'4", 230 pounds. Third baseman there. The 1-1 pitch to Spell. Catches the outside corner for a called strike. Nice pitch right there by Booth. One of the things he struggled with on the last inning was kind of commanding the strike zone, but he's come out here in the top of the 4th, and he's jumped on it in a hurry. The 1-2 pitch to Spell. Curveball blocked up by Messina. That'll even the count at 2. Messina's done a great job today keeping the ball in front of him as he's worked with Booth here from the onset. 2-2 count to Spell. That one will be fouled over the Tiger dugout. Tigers in the first base dugout here at home, as always. Looks like there's absolutely no movement in either bullpen thus far. The 2-2 pitch from Booth. Curveball misses outside. So after getting ahead in the count, Spell has worked his way back into a favorable count here. 3-2 pitch from Booth. That one is going to be fouled in the screen. We'll do it again. 3-2 the count to Steven Spell, the Mountain Lion third baseman. Infield playing back right here for Spell. Just want to keep it on the infield, make a play across the diamond. As Booth works from the windup, the 3-2 pitch. That one's going to be lifted to the right side. Giving chase is Gavin Rogers. And there's not going to be enough foul territory for Gavin to be able to get there. As we'll have to redo that one. 3-2 the count to Steven Spell. Thomas Booth on the bump for West Alabama. Worked from the windup, the 3-2 pitch. That one's going to be hit sharply into center field. Giving chase is Vogler. He's about 3 steps in front of the warning track, and he'll make a play. As Spell will be retired. F8 for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Marco Colina.
Now batting number 41, Marco Colina.
Marco wearing number 41. Plays left field there for the Mountain Lions. Grounded to second base. Back in the second as he steps in. Booth from the windup. That one misses outside. For a ball. 2-2 your score. West Alabama and Young Harris all knotted up here. Top of the 4th inning. 1 out, nobody aboard. The 1-0 pitch misses high. Colina hitting in the 9 spot today. The 2-0 pitch from Booth. That one catches the knee right there for a called strike. 2-1. Colina, a freshman from Dalton, Georgia, listed at 6'5". He looks every bit of it. The 2-1 pitch. That one's going to be lifted into center. Giving chase is Vogler. He's going to have to make his way into the gap. And he records the out. Back-to-back fly balls to the center fielder. That'll be 2 outs in the inning, and it'll bring up the Mountain Lions leadoff.
Number 11, Kyle Ayers. Number 6, Logan Worley.
The leadoff man, number 6, Logan Worley. He's flown out and walked, got caught stealing back in the second. First pitch to Worley, curveball, called strike. Great pitch right there by Booth. Messina looking into the dugout to get the signs. Everybody seems to be on the same page. The 0-1 pitch to Worley. That one did not make it. That one hit about 4 feet in front of the plate. It's going to go to the backstop, and somebody will get on that one. 1-1 the count to Logan Worley. Booth, the right-hander from the windup. That one misses outside. Nobody aboard. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. West Alabama and Young Harris all knotted up. The 2-1 pitch to Worley. That one's going to be lifted high on the left side of the infield. Nemeth in over behind third base. It's going to call him off. That's a big league pop-up right there. But it'll be recorded as an F60 in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on as we get ready to go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-2 your score here at Tartt Field. Bottom of the 4th inning. West Alabama all tied up at 2 with the visiting Mountain Lions of Young Harris College. Leading off the 4th will be the left-handed hitting right fielder Josh Bauer. as he takes the first one on the outside corner for a called strike. Bauer doubled and scored back in the second. It was West Alabama's first run of the game. The 0-1 misses on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Scoreboard struggles continue here at Tartt Field today. The 1-1 swung through by Bauer. A ball and 2 strikes to the Tigers' left-handed hitting right fielder. Infield back, the 1-2 pitch. That one's going to be hit foul over the third base dugout. Kind of a protect swing right there. Foul it off. Maybe he can get one he likes here on this pitch. The 1-2 pitch to Bauer. Catches the outside corner, called strike. You got him looking right there. I think he'd tell you that he saw a good one go past right there. So Herbert records the first out of the inning. Strikeout looking. Fourth strikeout of the afternoon for Herbert. And that'll bring to the plate the Tiger left fielder, Jacoby Hawthorne. He struck out back in the second. Hawthorne takes the first pitch. The bottom of the strike zone for a called strike. Hawthorne from Bruton, Alabama. The 0-1 pitch from Herbert. That one's going to be laced foul toward the right side, and that'll find the parking lot. Hawthorne will let that one get in on him a little bit. He fought it off, but he rips that one toward the right side. The 0-2 pitch to Hawthorne. Catches the outside corner. Got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. It's a good pitch right there if you're a Mountain Lion fan. So quickly, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And that'll bring up Houston Kitterman. Kitterman, the sophomore out of Russellville, Alabama. 5'10", 190-pound sophomore there. Taking care of business over at second base this afternoon. First pitch to Kitterman. That one will be low for ball 1. Folks still continuing to make their way to Tartt Field. The 1-0 pitch to Kitterman. That'll find the parking lot. Evens the count at 1. On deck for West Alabama will be Colden Peoples. Kitterman waits the 1-1. That one's in the dirt. Nothing like being a kid, getting to go to the ball game and rolling down the hill in the outfield. The 2-1 to Kitterman. Ripped to the right side. And the first baseman, Ethan Underwood, stabs it. That looked like it had base hit all the way, but Ethan Underwood was able to catch the line drive for the third out of the inning, so no runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the top of the fifth. 2-2 your score here. Welcome back to Tartt Field. Coach Gary Rundles has decided to go to the bullpen, and he'll call on the services of the right-hander. That'll be number 34, Cade Miller, freshman out of Jasper, Alabama, prepped at Curry High School. Miller comes into the weekend having pitched 11 innings. He averages a strikeout an inning. He's got a 1-0 record, has Miller, as he gets ready to take the mound for West Alabama. He gets the warm-up pitches. He and Messina making sure that they're on the same page. So this will be the 7th appearance for Miller. Listed at 5'10", 155 pounds. right-hander, and he'll go to work against number 11, Kyle Ayers. Strikeout looking and a ground out so far on the afternoon. First pitch called strike. Cade coming out, getting ahead early. From the windup, the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. He changed speeds on him a little bit right there. Did Miller. And quickly, Ayers behind in the count 0-2. Top of the fifth inning, 2-2 your score as West Alabama plays host to the Mountain Lions of Young Harris. The 0-2 pitch. Waste pitch on the outside part of the plate. Coach Brock Ward sending in the signs for Messina. The 1-2 pitch. Missed low to even the count. Cade, he sets high when he's working from the windup, almost hiding behind the glove there. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Curveball struck him out. A swing and a miss for Ayers for the first out of this fifth inning. And that'll bring to the plate
Now batting the first baseman, number 36,
Ethan Underwood.
Underwood.
Ethan got on by an error in the first, walked back in the third as he steps in, the left-handed hitting first baseman. Miller bounces that one about 6 feet in front of the plate. That one got away from him a little bit. 1-0 the count to Underwood. As Miller gets ready to deliver the 1-0 pitch, that one's going to be hit sharply into center field. Vogler not going to be able to get there, and that'll get down for a base hit. So a base hit for Underwood for
now batting the shortstop, number
first hit of the inning.
Noah Fitzgerald.
Noah Fitzgerald, the right-handed hitting shortstop, up to the plate. Looks down to the third base coach and gets their offensive side. Underwood off to a lead at first, moderate lead over there, as Cade Miller will have to work from the stretch. Snap throw over to first, but back in time will be Underwood. Fitzgerald steps in. Right-handed hitting shortstop. Cade Miller sets at the belt. Slide step. That one's going to be swung on and chopped foul. 0-1 the count to the Mountain Lions shortstop. Double play depth here in the middle for the Tiger defense. 2-2 your score with one aboard and one out. Top of the fifth inning. Cade Miller on the bump for West Alabama. Jake Messina behind the plate. Colton Peebles over at third. Nemeth, he's got the shortstop duties as Miller courtesy move over to first. Houston Kitterman at second base for the Tigers, and Gavin Rogers holding the fort down over at first base. 0-1 count to the Mountain Lions shortstop. That one's going to miss high and in, as Miller's got himself in a little bit of a jam there. Ball just seemed like it got away from him. A small amount of movement in the Mountain Lion bullpen. Just kind of starting to mill around a little bit. One aboard and one out. Top of the fifth inning. Slide step by Miller. That one had a little wrinkle in it. Check swing, did he go? He did not, says the first base umpire, Nuncy Rembert. So 2-1 the count to Fitzgerald. As unless I Eyes are playing a trick on me. I think that the sun might be trying to peek out just a little bit. Nobody's going to complain with that. 2-1 pitch. Inside, Messina snap throw to first. That one's going to be high. Gavin Rogers has to jump up to keep that one going into the outfield. But good news right there. Josh Bauer moving with that pitch, backing that one up. Had it gotten past Rogers. So a 3-1 count to Noah Fitzgerald, the shortstop. 1 out and 1 aboard here in the top of the 5th inning. Cade Miller with a deep breath. The 3-1 pitch. That one's going to be hit sharply up the middle. And Nemeth is not going to be able to keep the handle on it, as Underwood's going to go first to third on the miscue by Nemeth. It's a good job of base running right there by Underwood, as
now batting the catcher, number 28.
Fitzgerald's able to get on the miscue by Nemeth. That was going to have an opportunity to 100% get the out at second base and possibly roll up a pair. But I think Nemeth he took a quick glance over to first, and that one hit off the end of his glove. And that'll extend the inning for the Mountain Lions. That'll bring up the catcher, Jackson Jones. He singled an RBI in the first and grounded out in the third. And he steps in with 2 aboard and 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Cade Miller delivers the first pitch. That one's going to be outside for ball 1. Runners at first and third for the Mountain Lions. Tie ball game here in the top of the 5th. Cade Miller in relief for West Alabama as he comes set at the belt. The 1-0 pitch misses outside. 2-0 the count. Double play depth in the middle. Corners playing even with the bag. Outfield shaded to right in left and center, straight away in right. With a left-handed hitting Jones at the plate. Cade looks, deals. That one's going to be popped up on the infield. That's a skyrocket. Nemeth's going to call him off, and he is able to secure it. So an F6 for the second out of the inning. Runners at first and third for Young Harris. That'll bring up the right fielder, Rome Wallace. He's walked twice, so he's 0 for 0 with 2 walks so far on the afternoon. Wallace came in hitting .273 as he digs in, the right-handed hitting right fielder. Cade Miller looks to third, delivers to the plate, a little chopper right out in front. Messina pops out, tags him out. That's a great job right there by Jake Messina. He caught the ball in front of the plate and smartly tagged Rome Wallace out for a 2 unassisted. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-2 your score here at Tartt. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 2-2 your score here at Tartt Field as West Alabama's Holden Peoples gets ready to lead us off here in the bottom of the 5th. Young Harris starter Mason Herbert coming out for his 5th inning of work. First pitch swung on chop to the second baseman. That's going to be Ayers, and Ayers is going to make 1 step to his glove side and flip it over to first for the first out of this 5th inning, so it'll be a 4-3. And that'll bring up the top of the stack for West Alabama. That's the center fielder, Kyle Vogler. Flew out to second in the first and doubled and scored a run back in the third as he steps in here with 1 out and nobody aboard here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch is taken on the outside part of the plate for a ball. We've got a Tiger fan. She's been at every home game that I've been to. She must be 3 years old, and she has the coolest little wagon fort that I have ever seen. It's a wagon that she can ride in, but then they make it into a fort so she gets to stay in out of the elements, and it is the coolest thing. As Vogler fouls that one off to make the count 2-1. But yeah, that is a cool little setup that she's got there. Vogler awaits a pitch. That one misses outside. Two the count to Vogler. Nemo on deck here with no aboard and one out. Bottom of the fifth inning. Herbert from the windup. That one's in the dirt, blocked up. Did he go? He did not. I didn't even really think he flinched at it, but Matt Birdsong must be really feeling it. He fires down to first, wants to know did he go. And Nuncy Rembert, right on top, it says he did not. The 3-2 count. Walked in. A one-out walk for the leadoff man. And that'll bring up Jake Nemeth. Infield single today. Flew out to center field. Nemo steps in. And it looks like Jackson Jones wants to talk it over with his right-hander, and I think that's going to get a visit from the Young Harris coach, Stephen Wagner, as well. Probably want to check to see how he's feeling and see what we're going to do here with the top of the West Alabama order up. Herbert came into the afternoon, 13 in the third innings pitched, 6.75 ERA and an 0-1 record. And he's pitched so far 4 1/3 this afternoon, and it's a long conversation. And if I had to guess, this is just one of those deals where the coach is just giving his guy in the bullpen just a little bit more time as home plate umpire Matt Birdsong strolls out there. They break up the card game and say we're going to have to play ball. Jake Nemeth stepping in for the Tigers. 2-2 your score with Kyle Vogler aboard after the one-out walk here in the bottom of the fifth. Vogler off to a good lead and a slide step to Nemeth. Nemeth's going to inside out that one get in the parking lot. That one got in on his hands. All he could do was kind of fight it off. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors for Young Harris. 2 runs on 5 hits and 3 errors for West Alabama. Herbert comes set at the chest. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed by Nemeth. That one was low, and he acknowledges the fact that he went for one outside the strike zone. Double play depth for Young Harris. Outfield straight away, playing just a few steps off the warning track. Snap throw over to first. Back is Vogler. That was a close one. That's a pretty good move right there by the right-handed Herbert. Herbert, the sophomore from Canton, North Carolina, transferred from Catawba Valley Community College. 0-2 count to Nemo. Vogler off to a good lead. They got Nemeth on strikes right there. They got him swinging. So a strikeout swinging. Second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Braden Lyman. Tiger DH. 6'2 junior. 6'2 grad senior from Land O'Lakes, Florida. Left-handed hitter right there with Vogler aboard. Vogler's going to have to dive back in. He gets back in pretty easily after the pickoff move by Herbert. 2 out and 1 aboard here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 your score. Runner goes. It's going to be close at second. Sliding in there. Safe. Vogler's going to get in there with a stolen base. Great jump right there by Kyle as he's able to record his second stolen base of the year. Braden Lyman at the plate with a runner in scoring position for West Alabama. Herbert decides he wants to think about it a little longer, steps off the back and leans in. Now he's got the sign he likes. The pitch to Lyman. That one misses outside. Two balls and no strikes to Braden. 2 out and 1 aboard here. West Alabama all knotted up at 2. The pitch to Lyman. That one's going to be swung on and fouled straight back. Healthy cut right there by the Tiger DH. As the plate umpire reaches in for a new baseball. 2 balls and a strike. 1 aboard and 2 out here, bottom of the 5th inning. Chilly afternoon at Tartt Field. But that's what you get in February. The 2-1 pitch, that one's going to be ripped into center field. Is it going to get down? No, sliding in, making the play is going to be Logan Worley. That ball was hit sharply into center field. But Worley's able to make the play. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left as we head to the top of the 6th inning. 2-2 your score here at Tartt Field on the UWA.
Now batting the designated hitter.
Top of the 6th inning. West Alabama and Young Harris all knotted up at 2 here at Tartt Field on a cool Saturday afternoon for baseball. The first game of a 3-game series between these two ball clubs. Leading off the top of the 6th is going to be the Young Harris designated hitter Aaron Copeland. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far is Copeland. And Copeland quickly ahead in the count. 2-0. Cade Miller in relief this afternoon as the 0-2 pitch misses outside. Cade came in first inning of work last inning, struck out the first batter he faced, gave up a single and error, and then got the fly out and the ground out. But leading off the top of the 6th inning will be a walk to the DH. Copeland, that'll bring up Steven Spell, the Mountain Lions third baseman. No out. 1 aboard here in the top of the 6th. Cade Miller sets at the belt. The slide step misses high. Struggling with the strike zone right here in the top of the 6th. You can hear Coach Gary Rundles, just let your defense work. It's one of those things that good things happen when you throw strikes, and you can't defend the walk. So if he can get a ground ball right here, in business. The 1-0 pitch. Looks like he's overthinking a little bit. You can kind of see it in the body language, and Messina decides he wants to go out there and talk with him about it. Cade Miller, the true freshman out of Jasper, Alabama. He's had several appearances this year already as a true freshman. This is his 7th appearance of the year as Messina talks it over with him, gives him a little pat, Hustles back behind the plate. Two-0 the count to Steven Spell, the third baseman, with a man aboard. Pitch on the way. He buried that one in there for a called strike. That's something to build off right there. 2-1 to count to Spell. Double play depth in the middle for West Alabama's defense as Cade Miller sets at the belt. Snap throw to first. Copeland's going to be back in time. He probably ought to get him another half step. He almost knocked himself out, diving back into the bag. Just about jumped on it. 2-1 the count to the third baseman. That one just missed inside. 3-1. Copeland led off the inning with a walk. And Spell, the 8-hole hitter, is ahead in the count with nobody out and a runner aboard. Called strike on the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Steven Spell, 8-hole hitter for the Mountain Lions. Right-handed hitter. Copeland aboard at first after the walk. Miller, a deep breath. He sets at the belt. Runner takes off. That one's going to be fouled toward the lake there. Copeland had a pretty good jump right there as he was running with a pitch. No stolen bases on the year for Copeland, but he was definitely off to the races there. That was spoiled by the foul ball. Spell settles in. Miller gives him a look at first and sets at the belt. The 3-2 pitch walked him. So back-to-back walks to start the 6th inning. And that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Marco Colina. Colina grounded out to the second baseman in the second. Flew out to center back in the 4th. He steps in with 2 aboard and no out here in the top of the 6th inning. Cade Miller in relief. This is his 2nd inning of work. Colina shows bunt, thinks better of it as that one came right at his dome. That one's outside the strike zone for a ball. So the 9-hole hitter up for Young Harris. Double play depth in the middle for West Alabama's defense, as the first 2 batters of the inning have got on via the free pass. Long look at second as Miller. The 1-0 pitch catches the inside corner for a called strike. 2-2 your score, as West Alabama has been able to score 2 runs on 5 hits. They've committed 3 errors. Runners at first and second, no out here. Cade Miller on the bump for West Alabama. Marco Colina, the left fielder, at the plate for Young Harris. Colina in limited at-bats came in hitting .400 today. Wheel play on inside. Nemeth breaking with the pitch, covering third, anticipating the bunt. The idea there to cut down the lead runner if possible. It does leave a giant void there on the left side of the infield, but a gamble that they're willing to take if they feel like they're going to bunt. The 2-1 to Colina. He shows bunt and thinks better of it. Activity in the West Alabama bullpen. 3-1 count to the 9-hole hitter. First 2 hitters of the inning have reached via the free pass. And Kalina ahead in the count, 3-1. Miller sets at the belt and checks on him at second base. He's going to check again. Spin and holds him on there at second. Retreating is Copeland. Spell over at first. Nowhere to go. 3-1 count to Kalina. 3-1 pitch is going to be hit toward the right center gap, and that one's going to get into the warning track and rattle around. That's going to score one for sure, as Kalina has driven it into the right center gap. One crosses, two crosses. Pretty good job of base running right there by the Mountain Lions. As it'll be a double with 2 RBI.
Now batting number 6, Logan Worley.
That'll bring the top of the stack up for the Mountain Lions. And the 2 walks play a big factor in the 2 runs, because 2 walks right there, both scored on the double. And that'll put another runner in scoring position for Young Harris, and it'll bring up the top of the stack the center fielder, Logan Worley. Worley hitless on the afternoon, but he has put the ball in play a couple times. Worley shows bunt and he pops it up. I've seen struggles with that throughout the entire early part of the season with a lot of the teams that we've played, just not being able to get the sack bunt down. As the corners are playing, well, Peoples is going to play even with the bag. Rogers is going to be a step in front of the bag. 1 aboard and no outs. That one misses. 1-1 the count to Worley, the leadoff man for Young Harris. 2 walks and a double. Both of those came across the score. 4-2 your score here at Tartt Field with Young Harris on top. The 1-1 pitch, curveball. That one's going to be lifted to the right side. It's going to be in foul territory. Giving chase is going to be Gavin Rogers, but he can't get there. Just about 15 feet this side of the Tiger bullpen, and in an area where the first baseman, it's just a long run. Nobody's going to be able to get there and get that one, but great effort right there by Gavin Rogers. That one will fall foul. It'll be 1-2 count to Worley with no out here in the top of the 6th inning. Miller, a long look, works to the plate. 1-2. Struck him out. It's a nice job right there as he strikes off the leadoff man for the first out of the inning. That'll bring to the plate number 11, Kyle Ayers. Ayers 0 for 3 on the afternoon. He's got a pair of strikeouts. Sandwiched between the strikeout was a ground ball on the infield. That was the same ground ball that had Booth get all tangled up over at first base and have gravity prevail. First pitch to Ayers is high. 1-0 the count. 1 out and 1 aboard. West Alabama trailing 4-2. 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors for Young Harris. 2 runs on 5 hits and 3 errors. 4 to the Tigers. Cade Miller pitching here, the right-hander. 1-0 pitch. That one's in the dirt, and Messina blocks it up. Again, Messina's done a really good job of keeping that ball in front, and West Alabama's Cade Miller's really struggled with the strike zone here in the top of the 6th, and it looks like Coach Brock Ward wants to discuss it with his right-hander. Messina walks out there to take part in the conversation. It looks like they're going to go with the call to the bullpen. We'll take a quick break, and when we do, we'll sort out who's going to come in relief here for West Alabama. It's the top of the 6th inning. Welcome back. Coach Gary Rundles decides to go to the bullpen, and they're going to call on the services of the right-hander. That's going to be number 8, Jackson Wynn, the junior out of Danville, Indiana. Wynn on the year, 6 innings pitched. This will be his 7th appearance, and he will go to work against the Mountain Lions second baseman Kyle Ayers. As Ayers steps in. Ayers 0 for 3 on the afternoon. He's got a 1-1 count. That one's hit sharply into left. That ball has got hair on it. Giving chase is Jacoby Hawthorne. He's not going to get there, but scoring from second is going to be Marco Kalina. As Ayers will hit a double down the line. Score a run, so we'll mark that. Double down the left field line, and
now batting number 36, Ethan Underwood.
Marco Kalina comes across for the 3rd run of the inning, and that'll bring up Ethan Underwood. Underwood singled to center in his last plate appearance. Underwood, a left-handed hitter. He steps in with 1 out. He swings at the first pitch, and that one hits fair. A lot of spin on it. Goes foul. So Wynn ahead in the count 0-1 to the left-handed hitting first baseman Ethan Underwood. Aboard at second base is Kyle Ayers. 5-2 your score. West Alabama trailing. They've given up 3 here in the top of the 6th inning. Wynn sets at the belt, delivers, and misses that one outside. Jake Messina seemed to like it. Now, I'm not saying that Jake thought it was a strike, but he liked the location. He hit the spot that he wanted. They're trying to get him to go out of the zone a little bit. Jackson Wynn, the right-hander. Indiana. The 1-1 pitch. He changed speeds on him a little bit right there and catches the inside corner for a called strike. Three runs on 2 hits so far this inning. 2 walks as well. A ball and 2 strikes to Underwood. Slide step, swung on, hit sharply down the left field line. The diving Peoples isn't going to be able to get it. Coming around to score is going to be Ayers. And Underwood's going to catch himself an RBI double right down the third base line. He hit it sharply. Peoples had a slight chance to stab it, but a sharply hit ball. So another run, another hit for Young Harris. They're just switching spots there at second base. So 2 walks started the inning, a double, strikeout, and then back-to-back doubles. So the 3rd extra base hit of the inning for Young Harris extends their lead 6-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. And that'll bring Noah Fitzgerald to the plate. Noah hits that one up the middle, a little chopper. Nemeth catches it right in front of second base, fires across the diamond to retire Fitzgerald 6-3 for the 2nd out of the inning. A little chopper. Nemeth had to get there in a hurry. He caught it right in front of second base and throws it on the run. And that retires Fitzgerald. And that'll bring up Jackson Jones, the catcher. 1 for 3 on the afternoon with an RBI. He's singled back in the 1st inning. Grounded out and flew out in his next 2 plate appearances. He's a left-handed hitter. And he steps in with a runner aboard at third base as Underwood was able to go to third on the ground ball. That one misses outside for a ball. Wynn, the right-hander, listed at 6 foot 230. He leans in and gets the sign he likes. That one's hit sharply toward first. Gavin Rogers knocks it down, flips to first. The covering is Wynn, and they said he didn't get there. Man, that ball was scorched, and it caught Gavin Rogers in a kind of an in-between hop, but he was able to knock it down. Covering was Jackson Wynn. Gavin was able to flip it over there to him. First base umpire Nuncy Rembert says the runner beat it. Coach Gary Rundles wants to discuss it a little bit, but if that one stands, that'll add another run for the Mountain Lions. As coming in to score right there on that was Underwood. Long discussion right here with Coach Rundles. You can tell he's a bit animated and probably a bit frustrated too with the way this inning has transpired, because they've given up 5 runs on 3 hits and committed an error. He started off with back-to-back walks, so a challenging inning here for the Tigers, as Jones is going to get aboard on the error by the first baseman. It's a sharply hit ball, but it really looked like Wynn was able to cover and take the flip. But the umpire at first base saw it differently, so that'll bring up the 9th batter of this inning. The right fielder, Rome Wallace. 0 for 1 on the afternoon with 2 walks is Rome. He's a right-handed hitter, as he steps in with 2 out and 1 aboard. First pitch swinging, that one's going to hit the screen, as Wynn has got himself ahead in the count here on the foul ball. 7 runs on 6 hits, no errors for Young Harris on the afternoon. 2 runs on 5 hits and 4 errors for West Alabama. So the errors in the free pass is hurting UWA. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. 1-1 the count. Messina kind of got a little crossed up right there and awkwardly has to stretch out there to collect that one. But he does, no problem. 1-1 the count with 1 aboard. 2 outs here. Top of the 6th inning. West Alabama trailing 7-2. Off-speed pitch right there by Wynn. Is it called for a strike? So the 1-2 pitch forthcoming here to Wallace with 1 aboard and 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning. The 1-2. That one's chopped toward third, and that one's going to get foul. Peoples was right there on it, but just foul, as they'll bring Jones back to first. And Rome Wallace, the right fielder, will dig in here against Jackson Wynn, the relief pitcher for West Alabama. Wynn sets at the belt, and the 1-2 pitch. That one will be fouled back and will catch the screen. So Rome Wallace, the right fielder, battling in there, trying to keep his at-bat in this inning alive for Young Harris. And Jackson Wynn trying to put an end to it so the Tiger Bats can go to work here in the bottom of the 6th. But we're in the top right here. The 1-2 pitch missed inside. That almost got Rome Wallace on the leg. But he was able to avoid the hit by pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 out. 1 aboard here in the top of the 6th. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. Runner at first, Jackson Jones, thought he had a walk. I don't know where he was going. It was just a 2-2 count. He lost the count. Well, now it's full. So Jones will be off with the pitch. And the West Alabama reliever trying to figure out a way to get him out of this jam here. The 3-2 pitch on the way. That one's going to be lifted to the right side. Gavin Rogers giving chase over near the dugout. Has he got room? Yes, he does. So a pop out to 3. That'll be the third out of the inning. 5 runs on 3 hits and error, and 1 left as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 7-2 your score here. Welcome back to Tartt Field. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, West Alabama trailing by a score of 7-2. 7 runs on 6 hits, no errors for Young Harris. 2 runs on 5 hits and 4 errors for West Alabama. And leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for West Alabama will be the first baseman, Gavin Rogers. Singled up the middle in his last at-bat. Swings at the first pitch. It's going to be hit to the left side. And Fitzgerald's going to have to go in the hole to get to it. He catches it, fires it across the diamond. And he'll retire Gavin Rogers 6-3 for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up number 45, Jake Messina. Messina on the afternoon. 2 strikeouts. He hadn't been on, but he's done a pretty darn good job behind the dish working with the pitchers this afternoon as he swings at the first pitch, and that one will get foul there on the left side. Messina, a sophomore from Hammond, Louisiana. I was out here the other day, and he got to talking about he hadn't had gumbo in a while, and it made me hungry. And now I'm sitting here thinking about it going, man, I'd like to have some gumbo too, my friend. The 0-1 pitch misses on the inside part of the plate to even the count at 1s. The way I understood it, whoever's gumbo he misses at home is the real deal. That one's going to be hit to the right side, and the first baseman, Underwood's going to be able to field it. Covering is going to be Herbert, and that'll go in the book as a 3-1 for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up to the plate the Tiger right fielder, number 15, Josh Bauer. Bauer, the junior from Headland, Alabama. Left-handed hitter as he steps in, ready to go to work against Herbert. Herbert coming out for his 6th inning of work as he catches the outside corner for a called strike there. First pitch to Bauer. The 0-1 offering is going to be fouled off. That'll catch the screen. And quickly behind in the count is Josh Bauer. Bauer, a dangerous hitter as he awaits the 0-2. Swung on, hit sharply into center field, and that one's going to get down for a base hit. It's a nice piece of hitting right there for Josh. He drops that one in for a single. Second hit of the ball game for Josh, and by my total, that's his 7th multi-hit game of the season. 2-out knock right there, and that'll bring up Jacoby Hawthorne. Jacoby playing left this afternoon. 0-for-2 on the afternoon. First pitch, called strike on the inside corner. Jacoby thought that was a little in, as did I. Chilly afternoon in Livingston. First game of a 3-game series against the Mountain Lions. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses low. Jacoby thought about it and was able to hold up. 1-1 the count. I wish we had a pedometer on the folks that are up and down that hill this afternoon, because I'm telling you, those 2 young people are getting their steps in. The 1-1 pitch will be fouled off straight back, and Hawthorne's in a hole. 1-2. We got Bauer aboard at first after the 2-out knock. 7-2 your score. West Alabama trailing. The 1-2 pitch swung on and ripped foul on the right side. That one will rattle around by the Tiger bullpen. The folks down in the bullpen will get that one back, and Jacoby will be able to reset. Await the 1-2 pitch. 1 aboard, 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-2 He took something off of it and got him swinging. No runs on one hit. No errors and one runner left. After 6 complete, 7-2 your score here on the. Welcome back to Tartt Field. We get ready to head to the top of the 7th inning. Leading off the top of the 7th for the Mountain Lions will be number 25, Aaron Copeland. He's doing the DH in this afternoon. He swings at the first pitch, and that one's going to be foul. Colden Peoples is able to get there, but that one's foul. Oh, 1 the count. The young Harris designated hitter. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored this afternoon. As the 0-1 pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike. It's a nice job right there by Jackson Wynn, right-hander for West Alabama. As he winds up and delivers the 0-2. Curveball misses low. Jackson Wynn came in relief of Cade Miller as he gets ready to deliver the 1-2 pitch. Took something off of it. And Copeland got out in front a little bit, popped it up. That one's going to go straight back, probably find the lake. But per the usual, you hear somebody in the dugout, hey, somebody on it. And that means somebody will have to go try to retrieve that one just in the instance that it didn't get wet. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. And that one finds the screen. They were able to retrieve that foul ball. Chilly afternoon here. As Wynn delivers the 1-2 pitch, that one's going to be hit sharply into center field. But Vogler is going to be able to make about 4 steps to his glove side and make the play. As they'll retire Copeland. F8 for the first out of the top of the 7th inning. That'll bring to the plate Steven Spell. Walked and scored back in the 6th. Lined out and flew out in the 2nd and the 4th respectively. Uh-oh. That one right there, that could have gotten ugly in a hurry. As it looked like Messina got his feet crossed up. Wynn delivered the pitch, and he was falling out of the way. Just has to throw up the glove like a hockey goalie right there with a blocker. He just had to kind of deflect it. The 1-0 pitch. I guess that was on the outside corner. It didn't look high from here, but quickly ahead in the count. 2-0, and the 2-0 pitch to Spell also misses. So 3-0 the count to Spell. Pretty doggone good pitch right there by Jackson Wynn. Called a ball. 3-0 pitch catches the inside corner for a called strike. That's more like it. Infield straight away. Hawthorne playing him up the middle and left. And Spell hits that one over the Tiger dugout. Wynn, a long look from the windup. The pitch, inside corner. Must have been in. He walked him. So a 1-out walk to the 8-hole hitter will bring up Marco Kalina. 2 RBI double back in the 6th inning as he steps in. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Right-handed hitter. Runner aboard at first base is Spell. Double play depth. Wynn throws over to first. Spell back. Bang, bang there as Gavin Rogers was able to put the tag on him. Spell listed at 6'4". That one's hit sharply up the middle. Diving is Kitterman, and that's going to get through. That ball just missed the outstretched glove there of Houston Kitterman. So a line drive up the middle for the 9-hole hitter.
Batting the center fielder, number 6, Logan Worley.
We'll bring up the top of the stack for Young Harris. Logan Worley, center fielder. 2 aboard. 1 out here, top of the 7th inning. Jackson Wynn with a bump for West Alabama. Long look to second, works to the plate. That one's going to be fouled straight back by Worley. Worley on the afternoon, 0 for 3. He did get aboard in the 2nd inning via the walk, but then was cut down 2-6, caught stealing to end the 2nd inning as Wynn gets ready to deliver the 0-1. Little chopper to Nemeth. Nemeth's going to have to get rid of it. Fires to Kitterman. Kitterman doesn't have a play. So Worley will get on the fielder's choice. Spell will advance to 3rd. And Colina will be out 6-4 with a good slide right there as he breaks up the double play opportunity. So runners at the corners for Young Harris. Worley at first, Spell aboard at 3rd. As Molina steps out in front of the plate, he gives the defensive alignment with the 1st and 3rd. Basically, they're just going to determine how they're going to handle if the potential base runner wants to go to 2nd, or they throw and through. Who's going to take the throw? Or they're going to cut it off? But he gives the instructions, a ball chopper up the middle, and that one's going to get through. A high chopper, it hits the plate area and goes directly over second base, and that'll bring in Spell from 3rd. Tack on another run here and put runners at 1st and 2nd. For the Mountain Lions. Runners at 1st and 2nd. 2 out here. 8-2 your score. As Young Harris was able to score 5 in the 6th. And they've put another one on the board here in the top of the 7th. And the left-handed hitting Ethan Underwood to the plate. First offering to Underwood is fouled into the screen. On the hill for West Alabama in relief, Jackson Wynn, the junior out of Danville, Indiana. He's ahead in the count. 0-1 here to Underwood. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. Pitching stats for West Alabama, 8 walks on the afternoon to 5 strikeouts. Faced 38 batters so far, giving up 3 extra base hits. The 1-1, swung on and missed by Underwood. 1-2 the count. 2 aboard. 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. Wynn leans in. A long look. He gets the sign he likes. He comes set at the belt. The 1-2 pitch. Catches the outside corner. Got him looking. For the 3rd out of the inning. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left. As we get ready to go to the bottom of the 7th inning, Tigers trail 8-2 here on the. We get ready to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Young Harris has decided that they want to go to the bullpen, and they'll call on the left-hander, Travis Burnett. His sixth appearance of the year. He comes in with a 2.70 ERA, and he'll have to go to work against number 10, Houston Kitterman. Kitterman on the afternoon. 0 for 1. Had a sac fly back in the second inning. Registered an RBI. So he takes the first one for a ball. The left-hander, he's going to work on the... Kitterman's going to lace that one to the second baseman, and the second baseman right there, Kyle Ayers, didn't have to even move.
Now batting the third baseman.
Just a little looping line drive right there for the first out of the inning. Travis Burnett, the left-handed pitcher, he is going to be all the way on the first base side of the pitching rubber as Colton Peoples steps in. Burnett listed at 6'5", 220 pounds, a sophomore out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. As the first pitch to Peoples misses for a ball. The 1-0 pitch on the way, and that's going to catch the inside corner for a called strike. The 1-1 pitch. Outside. 2-1 to count to Peoples. No aboard here. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. West Alabama trailing 8-2. The 2-1 pitch misses outside. 3-1 the count to Peoples. Peoples hitting out of the 9 spot. I'd love to be able to turn this lineup over right here. The 3-1 pitch outside. Well, I tell you what, they got me all out of sorts here. I thought it was a 3-1 pitch, but based on the scoreboard, as did Coach Gary Rundles. But now we've got it's actually the 2-1, turned into a 3-1. Now it's 3-2 after they get it all sorted out. The 3-2 pitch on the way. That one's going to be hit sharply to Noah Fitzgerald at shortstop. Peoples hustling down the line, and that one's going to get away from the first baseman Underwood, and Peoples is going to advance to second. I think he would have had a chance to beat it at first. So I would call it a single and an error. That's how he got to second.
Now batting number 23, Kyle Vogler.
And that'll bring to the top of the stack for West Alabama, Kyle Vogler. Vogler on the afternoon. 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. He did walk. Got a stolen base back in the 5th. First pitch to Vogler. He shows bunt and thinks better of it, and that one's going to get away from the catcher. And that's going to be able to have Colden cruise into third on the pass ball. Technically, that one's probably a wild pitch. That one kind of, you're going to put that one on the pitcher right there. 1-0 count to Special K. That one catches the bottom of the strike zone to even the count at 1. Peoples, he's 90 feet away. It's Kyle. Evens the count there, 1-1. 1 aboard and 1 out. Vogler swings through that one and misses. 1-2 the count. Jake Nemeth on deck for West Alabama. The 1-2 pitch. That one caught Vogler. Looked like on the elbow there. On the ear. Vogler's been hit by 4 pitches this year already. And that'll bring up Jake Nemeth. Runners at first and third for West Alabama. And Nemo steps up with an opportunity to help the cause a little bit. 1 for 2 on the afternoon is Nemo. Got a hit back in the first. Swings at the first pitch, and that one's going to be looped over the shortstop's head, and he's not going to be able to get there. You couldn't have thrown it any better. As a little Diane Quayle single for Nemeth. He'll get an RBI. As Peoples will be able to come in to score. It's a little bloop single by Nemeth. His second hit of the ball game. As West Alabama's cut into the lead, 8-3 now. And it looks like they want to make a little mound visit here. Check on the left-hander who came in relief. He retired the first hitter of the inning. Line drive to second base. Give up a single, hit by a pitch, and another single. As Young Harris got a 5-run lead. 8-3 here, the score with 2 aboard. 1 out. And West Alabama's designated hitter stepping up to the plate here as the umpire, Matt Birdsong, breaks up the conference, walks back. Jackson Jones, the catcher for Young Harris, looks in and gets the sign. He relays that to the left-hander. And West Alabama's Braden Lyman steps in for his first opportunity to face Burnett. 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch offering right there from Burnett catches the outside corner for a called strike. On deck for the Tigers will be number 36, Gavin Rogers. Eight 3 your score. Bottom of the 7th inning with West Alabama. 2 on, 1 out. Braden swings and misses that one. The fall in the count 0-2. Lyman 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Kind of playing him shaded to the right. A big gap there on the left side of the infield. If he could wait on one on the outside part of the plate and shoot it that way. The 0-2 pitch, he took something off, struck him out. It's a good change of speed right there by the left-hander. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate number 36, Gavin Rogers. 1 for 3 on the afternoon as he steps in with 2 aboard and 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. West Alabama trailing 8-3. Burnett, first pitch to Rogers. Called strike on the outside corner. I know 2 people that are going to sleep well tonight, because those 2 young men have gone up and down that hill for the majority of the afternoon. I don't know if I could do it once right now. 0-1 pitch on the way to Rogers. That one misses high. 1-1 the count. Nemo aboard at first. Vogler aboard at second. Hit right here by Rogers would at least score 1. As Gavin The right-handed hitter awaits the 1-1 pitch. Runners are on the move. That one is swung on and fouled back to the screen. Little hit-and-run action right there is what it looked like. And the foul ball spoils it. So 1-2 the count to Gavin Rogers. The 1-2 pitch. Caught the outside corner. Struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts.
In the bottom of the seventh, 1 run, 2 hits.
1 run on 2 hits.
2 left on base.
1 error and 2 left. As we get ready to go to the top of the 8th, West Alabama trailing 8-3 here. Top of the 8th inning underway as West Alabama trails the Mountain Lions of Young Harris College 8-3. Leading off the top of the 8th will be the shortstop, number 13, Noah Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, a senior from Canton, Georgia, steps in, swings at the first pitch, and that one's hit sharply into left. That one's going to get out of Tartt Field in a hurry. I tell you what, Fitzgerald knew what he was looking for, and he turned on the first pitch. It gets out of left center in a hurry, and that'll be a round tripper.
Now batting number
for the
20,
shortstop.
Jackson Jones.
That one was pretty much a no-doubter right off the bat as Fitzgerald turned that one around, and that'll bring up Jackson Jones, the left-handed hitting catcher. Jones digs in. First pitch, outside corner for a called strike. That way to bounce right back. Jackson with a called strike. Win from the wind-up, the 0-1 pitch. That one's hit sharply. Diving is Houston Kitterman, and he's going to make that play up the middle. Great job right there as Jackson Jones hit it on the screws.
Now batting the right fielder,
but Houston Kitterman took 2 steps to his right and dove and records the first out of the inning on the line drive. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Rome Wallace. Wallace swings through the first one, fouls it into the catcher's glove for strike number 1. Young Harris has scored in each of the last 3 frames as Wallace lifts that one to the right side. Giving chase is Josh Bauer. He's got plenty of room. He gets there. He makes a routine play look a little iffy, but Bauer is able to record the out, F9, for the second out of the inning. Looked like he overran that one a little bit and kind of had to reach back for it.
Number 25, Aaron Copeland.
But that'll bring up Aaron Copeland, the designated hitter. Copeland hitless on the afternoon, but he did get a walk and score back in the 6th as he takes the first one for a called strike. (9-3) your score. The 0-1 pitch on the way to Copeland. This is outside. 9-3 with West Alabama trailing here at home. Only the 3rd meeting between these 2 ball clubs. The 1-1 pitch right there is going to be hit up the middle. A little ground ball right up the middle for Copeland. And that'll be the first hit of the afternoon for the young man. Second hit of the inning.
Third baseman, number 37, Stephen Spell.
And that'll bring to the plate the third baseman, Stephen Spell. Walked twice and scored in both of those occasions. Spell hitting out of the 8th spot. Helping the cause here by getting on, as he'll be stepping in with 1 aboard and 2 outs. Fitzgerald led off the inning with a home run to left center. As Spell takes that one on the inside part of the plate for a called strike. 9 runs on 10 hits. And an error for young Harris. As Spell hits a little chopper to Nemeth. Nemeth has to go in a hole. Long throw across the diamond. Did he get him? Yes, he did. 6-3. As Spell is going to be retired. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors. And 1 runner left. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, West Alabama trailing 9-3. It's bring your obscure pet to the ballpark today. Young lady down there with a porcupine. Just teasing. Just one of those things that got to keep it fresh here. I've seen all kinds of things. You go to minor league ballparks and they have all kind of crazy days, but maybe that's what we should do here one day is the obscure pet day. But we missed it. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Messina swings at the first pitch, and he's going to lift that one into right field. He'll be retired. F9. Back out in his 2nd inning of work will be the left-hander, Burnett.
Josh Bauer.
The fly out to right will bring up the right fielder, number 15, Josh Bauer. Bauer singled in his last at-bat. Wasn't able to score as he takes the first one for a ball. Travis Burnett, the left-handed pitcher, in for young Harris. Delivers the 1-0 pitch, and Bauer will foul that one back. That one will, somebody will have to go get on that one. 1-1 to count here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Nobody aboard and 1 out. The 1-1 pitch misses outside. 2-1 to count to Bauer. Bauer digs in. Awaits the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. A little off balance right there. Bauer trying to hit a 6-run home run. And that one's fouled off into the catcher's glove to even the count at 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Bauer, oops. He loops it into shallow center. But going back is going to be Fitzgerald. Bauer got out on his front foot. And all he could do is throw his hands at it. And that one will fly out to 6 for the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring to the plate the Tiger left fielder. Excuse me, it looks like we're going to see a pinch hitter. Due up was Jacoby Hawthorne. But we're going to go with a pinch hitter. And that'll be number 25. That'll be number 25. Rashad Blunt. One count to Blunt as we're making that change. It was being flagged down by someone outside the press box trying to get a message to our main press box area. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Catches the outside corner. Blunt goes down looking. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left as we go to the top of the 9th. West Alabama trailing 9-3 here. As we head to the top of the 9th, West Alabama will go to the bullpen. They will call on the right-hander, the senior from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, number 13, Mateo Lozano. Lozano only pitched 1 inning so far this inning, so this will be his 2nd appearance as he'll go to work here in the top of the 9th against the Mountain Lions left fielder, Marco Colina. Colina singled in his last at-bat doubled in the at-bat prior. He's 2 for 4 on the afternoon, hitting in the 9 spot. Swinging first pitch, chopper to Nemeth. Nemeth shuffle across the diamond. Got him. 6-3. It's a good ground ball out right there by Lozano. Nemeth is a nice little routine play across the diamond. And that'll bring up the top of the stack for Young Harris. Center fielder Logan Worley. Got on by fielder's choice back in the 7th. First pitch to Worley. That'll be in the other batter's box. It'll get to the backstop. 1-0 the count to Worley. 0 for 4 on the afternoon with a walk. As he swings at that one, and that one will be fouled over the press box. 1-1 the count. Temperatures continuing to be cool here in Livingston. 48 degrees, a little breeze blowing. The 1-1's going to be hit to the right side. Kitterman's going to play out off his chest. He's going to have to hurry, and he's not going to be there in time. That one took Kitterman one step toward second base, and he played that one off the chest, and Worley will be aboard. E4. 5th error of the afternoon for West Alabama, and that's just that's not a recipe that you want to have to continue to have to deal with, because you mark 8 walks along with 5 errors. It's just a lot of extra opportunities for the Mountain Lions as they're ahead 9-3 here in the top of the 9th inning. 1 out and 1 aboard. That ball's hammered into left field. Get foul, ball. Get foul. That ball is foul. But Kyle Ayers turned it around, and that one got out beyond the outfield fence, but that one's well foul. I tell you what, I didn't mention it at the top of the broadcast, but the new fair poles that were installed this week by Clint Chambliss and Gas Axe Fabrication look phenomenal. The 0-1 pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike. 0-2 the count. To Ayers. Lozano leans in. Long looks, gives the nod. He sets it to chin. The 0-2 pitch is going to be lifted to the right side. Giving chase is going to be Kitterman, and he's going to make the play. Houston Kitterman in over behind the cut of the grass, behind first base. A great job right there, as he had to cover a lot of ground. But he records the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting first baseman, Ethan Underwood. Underwood scored a couple of runs this afternoon. He's got a couple of hits and an RBI. He's done a little of all of it. Got on by an error back in the first. 9-3 your score. West Alabama trailing here in the top of the 9th inning. 2 out and 1 aboard. Runner goes. That one's going to be a chopper to Kitterman, and he's going to have to hurry. Kitterman throws on the run, retires him, got him. 6-3. No runs, no hit, 1 error. And they strand one as we go to the bottom of the 9th. West Alabama trailing 9-3.
Now batting number 10.
Welcome back to Tartt Field. Bottom of the 9th. West Alabama's got some work to do. Leading off will be the second baseman, number 10, Houston Kitterman. Kitterman digs in against the left-hander. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Kitterman had a sac fly back in the second inning. Line to first base in the 4th, and line to the second baseman back in the 7th. as he takes the 1-0 offering on the outside corner for a called strike. In relief for Young Harris, Travis Burnett, the left-hander. The 1-1 pitch misses outside. On deck for West Alabama will be Colden Peoples. It's going to take several, so I'm going to have to pass the baton here as Kitterman awaits the 2-1. That one misses high. 3-1 the count to Houston Kitterman. Sophomore out of Russellville, Alabama. The 3-1 pitch. Called strike. Kitterman in the back of the box. 3-2. That one will be hit foul. We'll do it again. 3-2 the count to the Tigers' second baseman. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be lifted into center field. Giving chase is going to be Logan Worley. He's going to call off Rome Wallace to make the play for the first out of the inning, F8. And that'll bring up Colden Peoples. Peoples singled and scored in the 7th. As he gets ready to step in here to face the left-hander. First pitch to Peoples. Catches the outside corner for a called strike. Leadoff man Kyle Vogler on deck for West Alabama. The 0-1 pitch. Low for a ball. That evens the count at 1. As West Alabama trails here in the bottom of the 9th, 9-3. The 1-1. Called strike. Peoples falls behind in the count. 1-2 here. Long look right there from Burnett. Peoples requests the time, and home plate umpire Matt Birdsong grants it. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Struck him out. So second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the top of the stack. For West Alabama will be Kyle Vogler. Vogler on the afternoon. 1 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch. He did steal a base and score a run. Love to see him continue with that right here. First pitch to Vogler. Outside corner for a called strike. Oh, 1 the count with 2 out, nobody aboard. Vogler swung on and lifted foul. That one will find the parking lot there. 0-2 the count. I am confused beyond confused when we get all jacked up with the scoreboard. 0-2 the count. That one's outside for a ball. 1-2 the count to the Tiger leadoff. Vogler, a sophomore from Freeport, Florida. Looking to extend this inning right here with a 2-out knock. The 1-2 pitch. Inside corner, caught him looking, strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors. None left on. And the unhappy final in game 1 will be 9-3 in favor of Young Harris. We'll get the field cleaned up. It'll be about 30 to 45 minutes or so. We'll take a break, but when we do, we'll have game 2 of the doubleheader. I'm Will Atkinson. For my partner here working the video magic, Cameron White. We'll be back in about half an hour or so here on the